Dear students, in the last video you have learnt about fundamental theorem of arithmetic, which states that for every composite number there is a prime factorization which is unique. That means every composite number can be expressed as a product of its prime factors and its factorization is unique. Now today we will do some of the questions related to it. So before moving to the next concept, I request you all to practice all these concepts very well. After doing these questions, we will move to the next concept, that is revisiting irrational numbers. So firstly start with the exercise 1.2 question number 5, that is from NCERT. This question is check whether 6 raised to power n can end with digit 0 for any natural number n. That means if there is a number 6 raised to power n, you have to prove that it ends it can end with, if it can end with 0, you have to check it. Okay, so we don't know whether it will end with 0 or not, so we have to prove it. We will prove it by using contradiction method. If 6 raised to power n ends with 0, and you know that every number which ends with 0 is also divisible by 5, so its factor must be 5. One of the factor must be 5. So let us see what is the prime factorization of 6 raised to power n. 6. 6 means 2 into 3. So 6 raised to power n will become 2 into 3 raised to power n. That is, using law of exponents, it will become 2 raised to power n into 3 raised to power n. Here you can carefully observe that there is no factor as 5. So 5 is not the prime factorization, prime factor of 6 raised to power n. So 6 raised to power n cannot end with digit 0. Okay, hence proved. We have proved that 6 raised to power n cannot end with digit 0. Now see the next question, which is explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. And you all know that what are composite numbers? Composite numbers are those numbers which are having factors other than 1 and itself also. That means at least 3 factors. If any number is having at least 3 factors other than 1 and itself, there is if there is one factor other than 1 and number itself, that number will be called as composite number. So we have to prove that it has one more factor. So let us take these numbers one by one. So first number is 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. So carefully see that here in both of these two terms 13 is common. Okay, so firstly write 13 as 13 into 1. That means it becomes 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 into 1. Now take out 13 from these two terms. So now we can write this question as 13 into 7 into 11 plus 1. Okay, so given number has 13 as a factor now. So other than 1 and the number itself, it has one more factor, that is 13. So it is not a prime number, it is which number? Composite number. Okay, I think it is clear to you. In the similar way, we can prove the other number as a composite number, that is the second number is given to you, that is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. Now carefully see that this 5 can be written as 5 into 1 and we can take out 5 as common. So now the question statement will become 5 into 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1, because we have taken out 5 as common. Now the given number has 5 as factor. So it is also a composite number, because for composite number, if there for composite number, if there are factors other than 1 and number itself, that number will be called as composite number. So this given number will become the composite number. I think it is clear to you. Now we will do the next concept, that is revisiting irrational number. And you know that what are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are those numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. And reverse to that are rational numbers. Rational numbers are those numbers which can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Okay, so any number that cannot be expressed in the form of p by q, ऐसे numbers जिनको हम p by q की form में नहीं लिख पाते हैं, that type of numbers are known as irrational numbers. Now see some of the important results regarding irrational numbers. What are these? First, a number which can be expressed as non-terminating if its decimal expansion is of which type? Non-terminating type and non-repeating type. Then always remember the fact that it will be irrational number. Whenever we observe any number which is non-terminating, non-repeating, that type of number is irrational number always. For example, 0.101001, 00001, and so on. No block is repeating here. Okay, and it is non-terminating also. Similarly, 0.303, 003, 0003, and so on, etc. Second fact is that root m is irrational if m is not a perfect square. अगर m एक perfect square number नहीं है, तो always root m क्या होगा? irrational number होगा. जैसे कि 2 perfect square number नहीं होता, so root 2 is always irrational number. 6 is also not a perfect square, so root 6 is irrational number. Similarly, you can say root 5 is also irrational number, because 5 is not a perfect square number. So if m is not a perfect square number, always remember root m is irrational. Okay. Now, next fact is that if p is a prime number, if p is any prime number, for any prime number, root p is irrational. Always remember. That means, as you know that 2 is a prime number, so root 2 will be irrational. 3 is a prime number, so root 3 will be irrational according to this fact. You have to keep this thing in your mind. Whenever any number is a prime, square root of that number will be always irrational. 5 is a prime number, so root 5 is irrational. 7 is prime number, root 7 will be irrational. Now come to the next fact, that is pi is always irrational, because it is always non-terminating, non-repeating type. But while 22 by 7 is rational number. Always remember this fact. Now fact 5 says the sum or difference of rational and an irrational number is irrational. Always remember the fact. The sum of rational and irrational number is always irrational. Again, the difference of rational and irrational is always irrational. So I have written two examples for it, one for the sum and one for the difference. Here, in the first example, I have written the sum of rational plus irrational. Now the whole number is irrational. 3 minus root 5. 3 is rational, but root 5 is irrational. So its difference will be irrational. Next fact is that the product and the quotient of non-zero rational and irrational is always irrational. This fact is also applied on product and quotient. That means if you want to find out the product of one rational and one irrational number, that will be always irrational. In the first example, I have written the product of rational and irrational as 3 is rational and root 2 is irrational number. So its product is irrational always. Then in the second example, I have written the quotient of, that is in division form, I have written one rational numerator. In the numerator, I have written rational, and in the denominator, I have written irrational. So the whole number, this fraction will become irrational. irrational. Always remember, you have to keep all these facts in your mind while doing questions, while solving all the problems. So now is the theorem. You have to keep this statement in your mind and you will apply this theorem in solving the other questions as well. But proof is not required as it is not important from the examination point of view. So I am writing here only the theorem statement, that is, let p is any prime number if p divides a square. If any number divides a square, then that number will be divisible by p. That means if p is a prime number, if p divides a square, then p divides a also. Here a is any positive integer. Okay. That means अगर p a square को divide करेगा, तो always remember the fact that p will always divide a. So one example I have written here. Prove that root 2 is an irrational number. So we will prove this question by the proof of contradiction. That means contradiction method we have to follow for proving this question. That means if you want to prove that root 2 is an irrational number, तो आपको पहले suppose करना पड़ेगा कि root 2 एक rational number है. So you know that all the rational numbers can be expressed in the form of p by q. So let root 2 is equals to p by q. Now in the next step you will square on both sides. Okay, as on squaring both sides you will get 2 is equals to p square by q square. On cross multiplication you will get p square is equals to q square. P square is equals to 2q square. That means p square is a multiple of 2 here. That means 2 can divide p square. 2 divides p square. And in the above theorem, what you have learned, when any number divides a square, that number divides a also. So if 2 divides p squares, then 2 can divide p also. So I have given it number equation number 2, and p square is equal to 2q square is equation number 1. So if 2 divides p, that means p is a multiple of 2. Okay, so let us assume that p is equals to 2m. Now put the value p is equals to 2m in equation number 1. 1 was p square is equal to 2q square. So to put the value of p here, it will become 2m whole square is equals to 2q square. Now after cancelling the terms, you will get 2m square is equals to q square. That means q square is now the multiple of 2. That means 2 is the factor of q square. That means 2 can divide q square. That means by applying the theorem, we can say that 2 divides q. It is now equation number 3. Now if we see equation number 2 and 3 together, it gives the result that 2 is common factor of p and q. But we have learned that if a rational number p by q is there, there cannot be any common factor. So p by q क्या assume किया था आपने starting में root 2. So root 2 is not a rational number. That means if it is not a rational, then it will come under the category of irrational number. So we have proved that root 2 is an irrational number. Similarly, you can prove that root 3 is irrational and root 5 is irrational. These questions you have to do yourself for your practice. Okay. So in my next video, we will learn more about the fundamental theorem of arithmetic also, and for this concept also revisiting irrational numbers. So till then, take care.